you ever flown out of a large airport? I'm always fascinated at the design of many of the modern ones. They can accommodate multiple runways, a vast array of terminals, and provide the traveler with shops, restaurants, and a variety of places to relax while waiting for connecting flights. The shops have everything from books and bath needs to clothing and snacks. For those who need something more than a candy bar, restaurants are readily available. In today's larger airports, you can find everything from fast food like McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's to those establishments that provide a full steak dinner. The airport in Tampa, Florida has gone a step further to accommodate its passengers. Located across from the International Mall, travelers can be bused to and from the mall as they wait for their connecting flights. The mall is huge and has hundreds of stores. It is shaped like a big Y with your more typical stores like Penny's and Sears on one wing and your more expensive stores like Coach and Saks Fifth Avenue on the other wing. For those travelers who have both time on their hands and money, it is a wonderful convenience. It is also helpful for those travelers who arrive in Tampa with lost luggage and are in need of a business suit for the next day. Of all the airports I have traveled in and out of, I think the ones in Denver, Dallas, and Atlanta are the largest. When you drive into these airports, the parking lots are huge, and frequently you must ride a bus to get from the parking lot into the terminal. Once inside, you usually have to ride an escalator up to the second floor and go through security. Those of you who have flown know what is involved there. As you weave back and forth through the line, you finally arrive at the security checkpoint where your bags, purses, and any other security items are scrutinized for dangerous items. When going through this checkpoint, laptops must be removed from their carrying cases, belts and shoes must be frequently taken off, and usually change must be removed from one's pocket. In the evening, or in the event that the sensor picks up any additional metal, you must stand with your feet shoulder length apart with your arms extended to be scanned with a wand. Once this procedure is complete, you are free to put back on your shoes, belt, and put the change back in your pocket. Then you can put your laptop back in its carrying case and proceed to your gate. In a large airport, several gates can originate from one hub, so from one central location you may have paths for gates going out in several different directions. Furthermore, in large airports such as Dallas, you are required to ride the train to the various terminals and then ride on the walking sidewalk to your gate. The train system is designed with a color-coded map and allows for ease at getting out of the appropriate gate. The Atlanta airport differs from the Dallas in the respect that all of the gates are in one building and you ride the train to the various destinations. Moving sidewalks are also available for those traveling short distances. I remember arriving in Atlanta one time with very little time to get to my connecting flight. As I hurried to get on the train to arrive at the next terminal, we waited to see what seemed like a very long time for the train to start. Finally, the lights blinked, and a voice came over the loudspeakers informing everyone that the train had broken down and that all travelers would have to move using the moving sidewalks. I remember my panic as I raced along the sidewalk to my final destination. Recently, a colleague and I traveled to Colorado Springs and flew into their airport. Of all the ones I have flown in and out of, I think this is one of my favorites. Located in the middle of the prairie, it's not huge, but large enough to facilitate a number of flights. As we entered the airport, we were struck by the beauty of the sculpture and the artwork. While walking through the terminal, we couldn't help but notice the paintings on the walls and the metal sculptures that were suspended from the ceiling using fine steel cables. It was exquisite. In most airports, the gate areas have long expanses of windows providing the traveler with a panoramic view of the surroundings. These windows line both sides of the gate area, leaving viewers the opportunity to not only see the local terrain, but also to observe the planes as they land and take off from the airport. Once on the plane, you must store all of your carry-on baggage under your seat or above in the bins lining the plane. Prior to taking off, the stewardess will close the bin so no suitcases will fall on the passengers when the plane both takes off and lands. Deplaning passengers also ride trains or moving sidewalks as they search for the baggage claim area. There, large conveyor belts deposit bags on a revolving storage area until passengers can retrieve them. Once bags are retrieved, passengers exit the airport at the ground level. Both flying and airports can be a lot of fun. Just sitting and watching people walk to and from their flights can be delightful, especially if you enjoy people watching. Travelers are diverse and always provide you with a kaleidoscope of behaviors and forms of attire to observe.